Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on Screencasters, and today we're going to be going over my new build, my updated build of Madolches on the channel. If you guys have not seen this deck in action, it's really fun, I love it, I use it on stream all the time. But if you don't know how to use the deck, I did do a tutorial on how to play the deck and how to build the deck. If you guys have not seen that video, it'll be linked in the description box of this video, or you can see it in the top right side of your screen, and then watch that, come over here, leave a few likes, you know what I'm saying, support the channel. Yeah, you guys will definitely understand how this build works after seeing that video. So yeah, today we're going to be going over the deck list, and I'll be showcasing the deck in action in some duels afterwards. Yeah, without further ado, let's pop it, let's go, let's do this deck list, boys. So first I got the one Pudding Cest, really good card. You use it to go into Chocolate a la mode, really good card. You can also summon her as a level 4 with Cesso's special summon from deck effect, which is really good. But she's really just there as a name for the XYZ and for, you know, rank 4 plays. Trick Clown, because we're still playing a Brilliant Fusion because it's super important for the deck. We really need it. So as long as it's at 1, as long as it's searchable, we can make a use for it. We got the 2 Mesengelato, really good card. If you have Hoot Cake and use Hoot Cake's Banish from Grave effect, you can summon the Mesengelato and get a search for like any back row you need, which is really good. He's also a level 4 Earth monster, which is really important to go into Naturia Beast, which I'll explain a bit later. But really good card, basically there for fun stuff. We got the 3 Cesso. Cesso just came into TCG, so that's TCG legal. The extra deck, maybe not so much, but really good card. If you have no monsters in your graveyard, you can special summon her. And then whenever she's special summoned, you can special summon another Madolche monster from your hand or deck except yourself. And his level is lowered by 1, and it hard locks you to Madolches for the rest of the turn. Now you can play around that by summoning Angeli or Pudding Cest. The reason you'd summon Pudding Cest is because it's already level 5, so if you lower its level, it becomes level 4, so you can go into like XYZ plays or Link plays to the Link monster. But ideally, the better play, in my opinion, is Angeli. Because if you don't want to go into a la mode, you can go into Angeli, and even though Angeli loses its level, you can sack her, tribute her, and special summon any Madolche from your deck with no restrictions. So really good and helps you get into Hoot Cake, which I'll explain later. But yeah, Cesso's good, instant 3-0. We got the 3 Mageline. Mageline's your second best normal summon in the whole deck, behind this lovely Lone Fire Blossom. Mageline's really good. She searches any Madolche monster on normal summon or flip summon for whatever reason. She can also, she's one of those very rare search cards that can actually search herself. So fun and loopy stuff all around. We got the 3 Angeli. She's the main tutor of the deck. You're either summoning her with Hoot Cake or you're summoning Hoot Cake with her effect. Really good card, just overall just amazing. Tutor for everything. Hoot Cake's really good with the Predator plans because you can banish them from your graveyard after you use them as like material, and special summon any Madolche from the deck. If you summon Mesengelato, Mesengelato gets a search effect because Hoot Cake is a beast, so you get to add your amazing spells from your deck to your hand, get advantage, go into Link stuff, fun stuff. Hoot Cake is like the playmaker of the deck in terms of Madolche monsters. We're still running that amazing plant engine. It's a plant engine, we need Brilliant Fusion, why wouldn't we? We got the 3 Lone Fire Blossom, we got the 1 Cobra, and the 1 Scorpio. As long as we don't dead draw into our Cobra or a Garnet, it's going to be doing well. If you open Lone Fire and like a Mageline, you're like set for the game, whether you're going first or second. Because you could either make Skuldred, stack your hand, make the Naturia Beast for going turn 1, or you could OTK with the double Tiramisu and like a Boral Sword going second. It's actually kind of absurd. Really good. Of course, we got the standard hand trap lineup of the 3 Ash Blossom, the 3 Ghost Ogre, and the 3 Infinite Impermanence. These are the ratios I find work really well. It is ideally a going second deck, but as stated before, it can go first. It has plays going first, and that plays goes directly into our next card, which is Glow Up Bulb. Glow Up Bulb is a level 1 Earth. It's really good. You could actually search it with Lone Fire Blossom or with the Link monster, Jasmine. She's OCG only, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But Glow Up Bulb helps you go into Naturia Beast with any of your level 4 Madolche monsters. So that's really good. You can also technically go into Borreload's Savage Dragon with it. because of the weird levels, everybody, because like we have level 3s and 4s, so it'd be really easy to make a level 8. But I didn't find myself going into it often in testing. It's really for a more go first play style, and this is a go second play style, so you know, who knows. But if you got space and extra deck, go for it. This is mainly my build. You guys can change it however you see fit. This is just the build that works best for me. Last of the monsters, we got our Garnet, our Gem Knight. It could be any Gem Knight you want. I just choose Lazuli because I like the art. A lot of people make the argument that you want to play the actual Garnet because he has 1900 attack. But let's be honest, you never summon him. He's always a brick. He's always a dead draw. That 1900 attack has never once come up in any of the games you play him. Trust me, I know. As for the spells, we got our Cobra targets. We got the 1 instant fusion and the 1 brilliant fusion. Brilliant fusion did get hit on the most recent ban list in the Konami TCG, but because it's at 1 and it's still searchable, we can still make use for it. If we open it going first and we already have our plant combo, we can just search the instant fusion, and that gets us to Carbonala Warrior, which is really good because he's a level 4 Earth monster. So combine instant fusion with glow bulb, and that's like instant Naturia Beast, which is super good going first. And even if you can't go into Naturia Beast, or if you don't need it, you can just use that to go into Mrs. Radiant, which gets you 2 downward pointing arrows, which help with link plays. So really good stuff. I mean, Brilliant Fusion, do I really have to explain why this card is really good and integral for the deck? The extra normal summon is good, and it helps you combo off an OTK, or make a bigger board depending on when you go first or second. We got the 3 Called by the Grave, arguably one of the best cards of the deck, solely because if your Lonefire Blossom gets ashed, your turn kind of ends. Like, you're donezo, you're done. But if you called that ash, like targeting the graveyard, but you called by the grave, your Lonefire will resolve, and you can do all kinds of fun stuff and do your normal plays, and you don't have to worry about ash. However, if they have a second hand trap, that might be a problem, but then you have the second called and the third called. Like, it's really situational sometimes, but you really, really want it. Opening Lonefire plus called is one of the safest plays in the deck, and it's really, really, really useful. I highly recommend maining it 3, especially in this build of Madolche's. We got the 1 Monster Reborn, self-explanatory, it's Reborn. Reborn your monsters, just win. It's the sackiest card in the game right now, in my opinion. And we got the 2 Messenger Lotto targets, we got Ticket, and we got Chateau. If you resolve Tiramisu and Ticket up, you get another monster on the field. It's kind of absurd. It gets you free searches. Chateau lets you reset your graveyard and give you an attack boost. Ticket plus Chateau is actually kind of a legit play. And we got the 3 Transients, your 3rd hand trap, which is really good going first or second in my opinion. As for the Link monsters, we got the 1 Underclock Taker, just a generic Link 2. Reduce monsters, go fun stuff. Mrs. Radiant, one of the Link monsters we'll be going into a lot. It's generic, but getting a Madolche back or adding itself back means you always have downward pointing zones. We got the Madolche Link. This card's not very good, just hands down, just not good, I'm not gonna lie to you. But it does protect itself, and you can summon it under Sesso's special summon from deck effect. So that instantly makes it better than Missus, because Sesso exists. But if you already used Sesso last turn, you're not using it this turn, Missus is probably better. But Sister has her own uses going first with the Soufflé, but we'll talk about that later. So we're only playing 2 OCG cards. We got the Jasmine and the Madolche Teacher Glass Soufflé. Jasmine is not mandatory for the deck. You make it with the Predaplants to search out Bulb from your deck without taking an extra Lonefire summon or search. You don't need it. You can definitely cut it for like a Borderlode Savage Dragon or another Link monster, or Borderlode Dragon, the Link monster. But I think it's already slated to come with the TCG pretty soon. So really good card. Play it if you can. If it's not out, just find a substitute. It's really easy. Put a decode, just whatever you want, honestly. But we got the main playmaker of the deck, the main card you can be going for with your Lonefire play, Skuldread. Skuldread is just so good. Like, you can stack your hand, you can summon a monster from your hand, just really, really good. You always want to summon them with 4 materials. Super good card. I'm not playing Borderlode Dragon, I'm playing Boral Sword instead. The reasoning behind it is Tiramisu pretty much gets rid of most problems in the game. It's arguably the best spot removal in the game, in my opinion. The only thing she doesn't hit are things that are unaffected by card effects, like Ultimate Falcon or big guys like that. Problems. Boral Sword kind of fixes that because he just punches over it, which is really good. So if you're going first, you make Skuldread. If you're going second, you just make Boral Sword and just punch him for game. Really good stuff. For XYZs, it really doesn't matter. You're just going to be making tiramisu most of the time because of Sesso. But if you're going first against like BA or like Game 2 situations, a Mr. Weller can help. But Goose gets pretty much outdated. You can cut him for whatever you want. But I can't think of anything to replace him with. Maybe 1-on-1 for the Thunder Dragon matchup. But, you know, he's pretty much a fill-in slot. You can put whatever you want in his place, but he does what he needs to. Grass Souffle works really well going first with the Link Monster. Because they pretty much protect each other. And Grass Souffle is a really neat effect that people don't really use. If a Madolche card is sent to the graveyard while he's already up, or she, I think it's a she, you can shuffle up to 2 cards in the graveyards, plural, into the deck. Which means you can like target your opponent's stuff and shuffle it back and have some disruption. It is a really good card, so love it. 2 Tiramisu, best card in the deck. Always play it. Really good. You don't really need 3 because you can shuffle her back easy. But Tiramisu, if you summon 3, you've already won. Just play 2, it's good. The amount of advantage and the amount of removal, the amount of stuff you get when playing her is just absurd. Tiramisu is why you play Madolche. Simple as that. Alamode is if for whatever reason you don't game them, or if you're trying to game them, because she goes up to like, what, 3k attack with the field spell, can summon a monster from deck, just really good. She's mainly here for the Pudding Cess. Naturia Beast is your going first play, along with like Skuldred. Basically, you make a Bulb with any of your level 4 Earths, make Naturia Beast, negate spells, really good against Sky Strikers. Really good card. It's like the going first play of the deck. Carbonala, as explained before with Instant Fusion, he's for Naturia Beast. And lastly, we got the Seraph Knight, because you have to play it with the Brilliant Fusion. It's the reason you play Brilliant Fusion, you know, so really good stuff. Also, in case you're wondering, our light targets are the Trick Clown and the Ghost Ogre, so it's always live. So, yeah, that is the deck profile. If you guys got any comments or suggestions on how to improve it, comment down below. But, of course, I didn't just post a deck list without testing it. Let's showcase the deck in action in some duels, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes. So those were the duels. That was the deck in action. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the deck list as well as the duels. Yeah, as I said before, Tiramisu is really good. It is like the card of the deck. There's a reason you play it. It's just the amount of stuff you get from playing it is just absurd. Yeah, this deck is totally playable in the current ban list. Brilliant Fusion did get hit, but we still have plays. We can still use it. As long as it doesn't get banned, we can still make use of it. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to see more stuff like this, please leave a like. Let me know you guys want to see more stuff like this. And subscribe. I do upload content. I do live streams every week on Fridays or Saturdays, mostly Fridays. If I don't do one on Friday, I do one on Saturday. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave comments down below what you think. And, yeah, I'll see you in the next video.